It turns out the only thing that Michelle needed to actually get people to watch her podcast was her husband, Barack. And I want you guys to think back to a clip that we talked about a few weeks ago of Michelle on the podcast, where she was just enraged. She was like, oh, it's just so hard, like living in his shadow. What is so ironically funny is that Barack comes on her podcast to finally do an interview with her and her brother, and the interview gets more views than anything else she's done on her channel. Sorry, Michelle. Guess you needed your respected, successful man. Anyway, the thing that I actually want to talk about is a clip, probably the most viral moment of the interview that they did, and that is where Barack Obama talks about the type of mentors that young men need, because he says it can't just be the father in the young man's life, they need a village, but specifically there was a specific type of man that he thinks other men need to be mentored by, and that, of course, because it's 2025, is a gay man.
I had a gay professor in college.
I didn't know that. I just, you're telling me now for the first time.
At a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant.
You gotta have them ribs.
You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group, so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
He almost made a good point. Like, he was so close, and then he missed it, because it is true that I would say both young men and young women need people who are mentors outside of just their parents. Like, I feel like I learned so much from my mom's friends, from theater teachers, from my English teacher who I still email with even like 10 years later. Like, we learn so much from other adults in our community. And if that person happens to be gay, that's fine. But the idea that you need to go seek out a gay man in order to teach a young man compassion and empathy. Like, do you think that just normal straight men, do you think that your father can't teach you compassion and empathy? Like, that's incredibly sexist, in my opinion. Like, oh no, you need a gay man to do that. Like, why is it all about sex? Like, why is it that who you sleep with determines how compassionate or empathetic you are as a man? Like, that is genuinely just absurd. Barack Obama needs to just be normal and let it go and stop thinking about sex all the time.
Let me be clear.